Welcome to the presentation of the implementation of the ASE team project from team 0305. In this video we will look at the pipelines, how to start our microservices, and how to use the system overall. First of all, we're currently on our GitLab page. To navigate to the pipelines, we go to CI/CD, to pipelines. Here we have the pipeline, the latest pipeline on develop. On develop, we currently have two stages, the build stage and the test stage. For the build stage, I can show we build up our microservices one by one, and when it's built, the build gets saved. After the build gets saved, it reaches the next stage, that would be the test stage. So if all builds succeed, then only then the test stage is reached. So in the test stage, we then look at the first service. Here we can see that the service gets started, not really started, but tested. In this test, for example, there are unit tests and integration tests. As you can see here, test suits 8 passed, 15 passed, so all of the tests passed, and with that also this microservice gets a green check mark. This is the current pipeline model using CI/CD, and it automatically gets triggered on push, merge, and you can also trigger it manually in the graphical user interface. For the second part of the presentation, I would like to show you the startup of the microservice, more in detail the command to use. The command used to start the microservice would be docker compose up. Here I've already used this command. After using this command, the Docker files get built, or in our case get built automatically from source, and all the services get connected and spawned. Here we have the log of the current project. We see that the notification service gets started, the attendance service gets started, overall the RabbitMQ service gets started in the background here, and it also includes a health check so that no service starts before RabbitMQ is finally up. So after all the services started, here we can also see that the migrations try to run. However, as I've already started it a while back, the volumes are already filled with the current migrations. So no migrations are currently pending. So if we go further down, we can see, okay, here the gateway has also spawned and is reachable on port 8000 on the local host. Between all these, we can see that the services are connecting to the RabbitMQ and start listening to incoming calls. When we now look at the end of this console log, we see that the web interface is also spawned at the end. Here it gets hosted on the local host as well as on the network using this IP address. Testing the front end, I've started up two Chrome sessions. On the left is a normal Chrome session, on the right I have a Cognito session, and we will use this to simulate two different user accounts. So on the left I've already started the user seeder. On the right we see that next to the login we have the seed users and the seed now button. If we click seed now, a new user of every type gets created in the database. This was done to simplify the testing and get easy entry into our system. So we now will show you the admin view. For the admin view, we use now it's here. We have here all the health services. We can see that the green services are up and running and the orange services are not running. This is to be expected as one member of our team quit. The rest of these services are, however, up and running. After logging out, we are back on the login page, and after being back on the login page, we can log in using the organizer username and password. After logging in, we are now on the home page of the organizer. Do not wonder, here it should be the first name and the last name displayed. However, as these are simulated accounts, the first name and last name are just organizer and then the timestamp of the generation. Yes, after that you can click on My Events. Here on My Events, all the events of this particular organizer get listed. After creating a new event or clicking Create New Event, we can insert a new event. For example, title test, description test description, type it's I don't know, food, capacity 100 with the date the 12/10 of 2024. Time, let's do 12 a.m. Location at home and country in Austria. Let's save this. Now the event got saved, and we now have two additional methods to use as an organizer. First of all, to set the tags of an event. So here we can set the tag, let's say we will let's say we will grill something, and at grill, and maybe summer, I don't know, some tags. And for the organizer messages, the organizer has the ability to send messages to all the currently attending attendees. So the organizer can, for example, send, hello, bring your sun cream. He then posts a message, and the message is now under the organizer messages, visible for all the users. The organizer can as well update the title. For example, now it's probably better to call it summer party, and then he can update it. Now the event is called summer party, and it is now, when I look at my events, here under my events. In addition, I can also delete it, what I will that I will show later, as we are going to be using this particular event for the next step. In addition to that, the organizer can look at his analytics. The analytics is without much eye candy. Here the analytics of the top rated, top commented, and top attended. events get displayed. For example, here I have already created some events prior to this video. So this event has already won feedback with a star rating of 4 and an attendee count of 2. And we have here our summer party, for example, that sadly has 0, 0, 0. And that's it from the organizer side. So now we can move on the right side to the attendee. For the attendee, we can log into the attendee. Now the attendee is logged in. Oh, and by the way, I'm also showing all the routes on the right side, so everyone can see that what route is being called by every click, instead of just showing it in Postman or something like that. So, and now we are here logged in as an normal attendee. As an attendee, we can go, for example, on the events tab and see, oh yeah, here's the summer party, here is some other event, and here's also some event. Okay, let's say, yeah, the summer party sounds good, let's register now. Now we are registered for a summer party, and what I might have skipped now is that the ratings and the organizer messages weren't available before signing up. And so the rating, you can view the rating if you're not signed up. However, you can't write the rating. However, now that I'm signed up for this event, I can say, yeah, this event is great. And I can comment it, send a feedback with 5-star rating, and it's great. After that, I can refresh this site. And what have we here? We have now the summer party on place 1 with a 5-star rating, a feedback count of 1, and an attendee count of 1. We can also, in addition to that, create a bookmark for this event, so it gets bookmarked and is visible in my bookmark list if I might need it later. The same we can do for, let's say, this event. We can just click on bookmark now, and it's then in the bookmark available for signing up later. After signing up, we can see, okay, the summer party is it's in country 8 in Austria. So what we can do, oh yeah, in addition to that, we have here the events that we have registered to. So what we can do now is open Mailtrap. Oh yeah, right. With my never mind. That's not the correct one. Mailtrap here. Let's open Mailtrap. Okay, now we can create a new event. Let's say, okay, yeah, new event with the test, capacity 12, 12, 12, 2050, again 12 a.m. Location Austria in Austria. Save event. After that event got saved. Oh yeah, it won't send anything. No. Good, and the last thing would be now to create a next event. For example, let's call it event 2 with description 2 and type, I don't know, 221, capacity 100. In Austria. Then after this event got created, as it's in country Austria, all the users that are already in an event or already are attending an event in Austria, or the type of the event is the same as the currently attending events or bookmarked events of a user, they get an email notification. In this case, that's a new event got created with the name events2 and that the user should check it out. The user can then check it, click on a link or copy the link here and go on a link. Now the event gets displayed here, events2. That was the event that we created earlier. And now the user can, for example, register to this event.